Hi everybody, this is Debbie-ducic with GutZy Women, and that's with a Z. And we're here today doing this video because I want to introduce you to two very special young women. They are business women. They have started their own business, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to talk about what kind of technology that they're using in their business, if they are. And then we are going to wrap that up by just talking about what are maybe some other things that they're not doing that they could be doing that would help their business grow, because we live in Pueblo, Colorado, and Pueblo, Colorado is not exactly the hub of business activity, especially for women. And so it's hard enough for people to make their businesses successful. Well, our town is what, 125,000, something like that, which is a fairly decent sized city, but it's very hard to keep a business going here. And one of the things that I always tell women, the GutZy women that join me, is that you can expand your market greatly, well, internationally, if you use technology to reach everybody in the world. And that's what people are doing. The other thing is too, is if you are in business and you're not using technology, you're in trouble, because there are plenty of people out there that are gaining customers using the internet. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to introduce our guests. This is Tisha Casida and Kimberly Schaub.
Hello.
They are two very smart young ladies who are they've started a business already, and so I'm going to hand it over to them and have them describe a little bit about what their business is about.
Okay, again, my name is Tisha Casida, and I have a marketing firm called That's Natural. My main source of advertising or marketing right now is a publication, and the title of it's called That's Natural. The focus of the content is on sustainability, so things that are good for people, good for the environment, good for the community. That's the focus of the content. And then, of course, my advertisers are any small businesses, but a lot of small businesses that do have sustainable business practices. So they're doing something good for people's health, they're doing good things for the environment, they're involved with the arts and culture of our community. And I guess the key word or the key term for the whole thing is supporting local economic development, which Debbie and Kimberly are a huge part of. So
Great.
yeah, that's it.
Well, Kimberly, now I understand that you now have partnered with her, and so how did that come about? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's a funny story. We met at Earth Day last year and just hit it off. We became really good friends, and I always had a strong passion for writing, especially about sustainable living, again, like you said, focusing on businesses that have sustainable practices, that we're educating the community about the arts and about wellness. And that's really where I felt strongly, so I've kind of automatically been sharing the word about Tisha's paper and networking with her and for her, and so it just seemed like a very natural progression.
That's great.
To officially join this
one of the things that I have found in all of my studies, because I've been involved in women's economic development for about 30 years, is that women do better when they have somebody that they can partner with. They need that support. They love having somebody to have that feedback with, and so that was a natural progression for you guys. Which is, and now, do you feel like that synergy is going to really help you warp speed what you're doing?
Yeah. Definitely. I am a nutrition consultant for Thrive Lifestyles, and Tisha's and my work go so hand in hand. I'm a medical practitioner, and she is a publisher of a paper. But we cannot actually run our businesses separately because I rely on her for her marketing skills and expertise. I am not a computer genius. I don't always like to design newsletters, but Tisha already has a template there. I just write for her. And it's things that come from your heart. And we encourage each other and experiment with new ideas. And that's really what has worked, kind of the magic for our business relationship and our friendship.
There's a real synergy we have as far as if I can't do something, I know that I can call Kimberly and she's going to help me out. Same with her. She's kind of ill last week, so usually So I stepped up and trying to help her, but it's really leaning on somebody, and without her right now, I couldn't progress to the next level.
Right.
Which I'm trying to do.
So that's one really good point that I would like to make right now for you GutZy women out there is if you're feeling like you're really sort of on an island by yourself and there's so much to do and you just can't get it all done, keep an eye out for somebody that has a skill that you don't have that you could team with. Doesn't always have to be in a partnership. It could be on a contract basis. It could be a trade. But a lot of people who do business development tell you the first thing that you got to do if you want your business to grow is to find the people that can help you in the areas that you're not good at.
Yes. I've heard the statement, it's lonely at the top. And I think it's lonely only because you haven't taken the time to cultivate others around you and go together. Mm-hmm. I don't intend to be lonely at the top. I intend to have a big penthouse party.
Which we will.
Soon. We have plans.
Now, you just graduated from college when?
In December of 2005.
Okay, so you've been out of college for about 2.5 years or something now. And what made you decide to open up your own business?
Well, for a long time, I've been trying to start my own operation. I tried to start 2 little nonprofits while I was in school, and of course I ran into some obstacles. But I've always had something really burning inside of me to just follow my heart. Like, I know what I'm here to do, and I know what my skills are, and I really feel like now is the time to follow that.
Good for you.
I just feel like I really need to go ahead, and I know Kimberly feels the same.
Yeah.
There's too many things that have happened that have really made me. I know what I want to do. I know how I want to do it. I know right now I have the opportunity to.
Right.
Why in the world wouldn't I run? You know, like
now you can see why I brought these girls in because, you know, it's like follow your passion. And if you went to, you're gutsy, that's it. But the thing, like if you were to go to my Ning, which is my personal social networking site where I am creating a group of gutsy women, one of the conversations that's going on right now is I ask the question, what do you need to help you this year in 2008 to start marketing on the internet? And one gal wrote back and she said a product. Because here's the problem. What I'm passionate about, I don't find the product for out there. So one of the things that the internet marketers tell you when you start out in internet marketing, if you want to do a business, that you go out and you look what people are looking for and what they're buying, and then you either create the product or you find the product to do that for you, and you do all this research about keyword and all that kind of stuff. Well, sometimes you can do that and you go out there and you don't find anything that's your passion. That's what happened to Gutsy Women. I was told that the keywords that had to do with Gutsy Women were not where people were buying. I'm sorry, I beg to differ. So I put Gutsy Women together, and here we are. And I am really hearing it from the women that are out there that this is a real need. We need to help each other get over the fear and frustration of using technology so that we can grow our businesses, so that we can go on and use our abundance to help create a better world, which is exactly what these ladies are doing. So when you got into business, and you were putting your business plan together, did you include technology in that?
Well, for me, it was mostly like, you know,
Right.
computer work, and of course, I want to integrate some more things into the publication, as far as like the website and the blog and the Ning and the things you talk about. So a lot of that's still to come.
Right. Well, you have to start somewhere, and you know, and so you started with your newsletter.
Right with the publication.
Okay,
Yep.
well that's a great stopping point at this point, because in the next video we're going to talk about just exactly what they have done and maybe give them some ideas about what can be done. So you come back and see us next time. This is GutZy Women, Debbie-ducic, and that's spelled D-U-C-I-C.